Alrighty, been waiting on this. Unit Farm, baby. Doing a lovely open process, one-handed. That. I'm gonna put that in the leather furniture. Well, what do we got here? Look at that. Meanwhile, looking good. Nice thick, super thick foam. Look at those heat sinks. Unit Farm. Got the ratchet straps rocking on. We use these on pretty much everything. I even use them on my scrog nets. I was looking, use them on my scrog nets. And we got some hanger brackets. They're chilling right there. Come on, camera. Okay. See if I can pull this thing out with one hand. Oh, that thing weighs. It's got some aluminum. Step back, recyclers. You ain't getting my light. Has the Meanwell plug on it, of course, so you can put the different plugs, different countries. Look at that. I don't even think I can get a whole picture of that thing. There you go. This is get on that. Farm, baby. And some good info. Especially with the amperage. When you're talking 120 with 1 amp, that's crazy. It's crazy. This technology is getting awesome. I mean, wow. I can run 10 to 15 of these on my one line. That's 120 volts. We have 20 amp breakers, but still, I mean, even being able to run 10 of these at 10 amps, that's massive. You know, and the one thing that almost brings a tear in my eye is the length. I love it. That's why I loved the old lights I used to grow with, you know, with them covering the 5 feet by 2.5 feet each. I love it, you know, and getting them down to like 4 feet, so I got all that overlap. You know, it's just like putting these on top of a 5x5 grow and running a couple of them. You got, you know, massive coverage. So like that, it's got the waterproof IP65 degree Osram chips. It's more than 65. It's a lot. I don't even want to count how many that is. That's a ridiculous amount, but that's the way it goes. Trying to pull up some data. These are on the news side, so I'm claiming drawing around 200 watts, so it's not bad for the coverage. I mean, that's crazy. 2 feet by 5 feet, so I mean, running 2 of these for a 5x5, no fans in the lights, you know how quiet that's gonna be. And I know I'm not an emotional person. I don't express my emotions, except for anger. I do pretty good at that, but I am almost crying here with happiness because seeing lights without fans. If y'all have ever grown with LEDs, and even though you got a cleanish room, it's like a magnet. When you run a fan, it pulls every particle, every dust. And then when you're a soil grower too, I don't know if you remember, I just took apart a light recently. It's just the the dust, everything that just gathers around all the heat sinks and everything else with the fans is, it's crazy, you know. And it's time consuming because a lot of these lights you have to literally take apart to get on the inside, to get to the fans, to get everything clean, to get the heat sinks clean and all that. So when I start seeing stuff like that, oh, nothing but heat sinks, baby, heat sinks, and no fans. Oh God, I mean, just, it's still gonna get dusty, don't get me wrong, but nothing near of having a fan blow down the heat sinks. So what would be cool to see is lights do overkill fans and have like pull out filters, like cabin filters in cars, you know, to do something like that. It would, I'd rather replace a filter once a year or more if it gets excessively dusty. Mine don't, but you know, rather than take the whole light apart just to do stupid cleaning, you know. But I don't know, some of you guys that clean like me, you'll feel me on that. So the thing is quietness too. I mean, that's gonna be so quiet, you know. And I got circulating fans in my room, which now you don't have to focus fans on using power for that on your light. Your fans oscillating in the room, you know, are gonna move air around your lights. I mean, you can feel it in your face. Like my room, you know, I got multiple fans, you know, moving on the walls. I got two 6-inch exhaust fans, two inline exhaust fans. I got two 6-inch inline intake fans. So I mean, I got the right amount of air moving. So there's going to be movement of air on these lights too. So it's not like it's going to be stale, but it's just going to be so much better. We'll see. In about a year or so, I'll show what these look like compared to this, the normal light that has the fans, like the reflectors that I'm known for so well. But there it is there. It's a big boy. It's about 8 3/4 pounds. You know, close. It's a little bit under 10 pounds. It's not that heavy. Any tent will hold 2 of these, no problem. So there's IRs in them, which is good to hear. That always has been good for me when it comes to a lot of resin production, trichomes I should say, sorry, wrong word. Don't hang me, and I don't have my comments turned on anymore. And those of you wondering about that, you know, it's a lot of it is, you know, I do enough between growing, building, all that, and so much other stuff with the comments. I mean, I love to hear from you guys and all that. You can still message, I think, personally on there, I don't know, but I just didn't have time to answer 200 or 300 messages a day. And that's what I was doing for the longest time. I actually stopped doing 420 magazine forums and other stuff because the time consumption. So don't want to ignore you guys. Appreciate all the time you spend watching and all that other stuff. So I try to keep it real like I always do. It's supposed to be perfect temperatures, humidity 78 to 85 degrees, 50%, 75% humidity. I don't know, I guess they're telling you kind of more of the specs on grow rooms, but anyways, it's kick-ass. It's basically 2 feet by 5 feet coverage right there. So 2 of these would replace my 144s, and I'm sure they would dominate them with those diodes right there. And maybe I'll get bored and count. Still going, still going. We got that whole side to go. That's a lot. Coverage wise, looks amazing. There's no covers on them at all. So we'll get these up and running. Next video will be these on top of a couple plants. It's going to be a couple for sure. Might actually order a second one. The reason being is then I can do a full grow with just these lights. The problem I'm gonna have is if I only have this one light, I just thought of it, it'll be okay for videos, but it's not gonna be that great because it's gonna be really hard. My plants grow like 4 feet in diameter, so 4x4s in there, sometimes 5, but I might order a second one of these, so we'll see. If I do, it'll still be a video of them in the grow room and all that. So Pushy AZL stopping by. This is my unit farm. I haven't really nicknamed this one. I guess it's the grow bar. The grow bar. So it's a beast. Appreciate y'all stopping by. I'm gone.